Yay! Yes, it's the game plan for your parenting success. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome wherever you're joining us from. It's a beautiful Friday. Yes, you're welcome, you're welcome. You're welcome to this show. I can see it somewhere. You're welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How was your day? Let me know. Yes, let me know if you're in. Let me know where you're joining us from. You're welcome to this show. And if your screen is blurry, I would like you to simply tap on the YouTube settings. Look for the YouTube settings icon. Type on it. Go to quality and go to advanced. Then tap on the 720 pixels. If your screen is blurry, yes, go to your YouTube settings icon. Then tap on quality, tap on advanced, and then tap on 720 pixels. Then it will be clear. Yes, I can see you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Tell us where you're watching me from. I am live. Yes, I'm watching from Port Harcourt. My name is Amarachi Eze. I'm streaming live from Port Harcourt. So let me know. I can see you. Let me know. I believe my screen is not blurry. I can't see any comments yet. I can't see any comments. If you're in, let me know where you're watching us from. And as I earlier said, if your screen is blurry, please go to the settings icon on the YouTube ad, tap on quality, then go to advanced and tap on the 720 pixels. So quickly, while others join, I'll be putting up my slide to know if you can see it. I believe my slide is clear. I believe my slide is clear. So yes, others can join us. Others will meet up whenever they join. So we'll quickly go is the game plan for your parenting success. So that you're here is because you want to be successful in your parenting journey. So you're welcome. I'm so glad. I'm glad you're here. Okay, I can see Uchenna Bridget watching from Abakaliki. Oh, I greet you, Uche. You're welcome. I'm so glad you're here. So waiting for others to join. If you're in, I can yet see another person. So if you're in, just tell me where you're watching me from. So this is indeed a life-changing webinar. I welcome you all. I believe my screen is clear. Okay, so quickly, we're going into the objective. In this webinar, we'll be reviewing our past parenting goals. That's if you had one initially. Have you ever set a parenting goal before? So if you have, we're going to be reviewing it. Then we'll discover reasons why we do not follow our goals, and also what we should do in order to succeed this year in our parenting journey. Then finally, we're going to be setting parenting goals for 2024, even if you have never set one. So don't be afraid. If you feel you have never set a parenting goal, don't be afraid. We will set one by the end of this webinar. Okay, I have a surprise package for you. If only you will stay to the end of this seminar. Yes, it's a free parenting journal for 2024. If you will stay to the end of this seminar, webinar, you're going to be having a free package. Okay, quickly, who is this webinar for? So in case maybe you find yourself here and you're asking yourself, is this webinar really for me? So the webinar is for prospective parents. Okay, I can see Victor Akinyemi. You're welcome. Good afternoon, sir. You're welcome watching me from Lagos. So I said this webinar is for prospective parents. You want to be a parent someday, you're in the right place. Then it's also for about to wed couples, the newly wedded couples, you are in the right place. Then it's also for parents, whether you're a single parent or the father, are you a mother or a father? Yes, this seminar is for you. And this seminar is also for caregivers of children. That's for teachers, for nannies. So I believe you're in one of these categories. So you're in the right place. You're welcome. So imagine yourself not having to worry about waking up early in the morning to wake up your children because they follow a routine and they know when to wake up. That is what this seminar is going to do for you. Imagine that you're able to connect with your child on a daily basis and you understand your child even when they're having a hard time, when they're throwing tantrums, you're able to manage it without you yourself losing your patience, losing your cool. Yes, this is what this seminar, this webinar is going to help you achieve. By the time you make your plans, it gives you detail of the things you need to do to make sure you produce a successful child who is able to thrive. Then imagine having your 18 to 15 years able to man your home. You are able to do their house chores, clean the house, sweep the house without you coming to yell, without you coming to shout. Yes, all these things are possible if only you can plan and also follow through with your plans. Imagine again that your child is well equipped with knowledge that is needed for him or her to thrive when it is time for him or her to leave home. You see, parents, when it is time for children to leave for boarding school, most times they are tensed. They keep asking themselves, is this child going to thrive? Is this child going to thrive in the boarding school? But if you're able to begin to plan now and map out your goals well and also follow through with it, then your child will surely thrive. Then also sometimes you see children going to the university and it will be their first time of leaving home. And you're going to leave them among wolves. But if you're able to plan, you envisage when your time will be your child is leaving home and you know, oh no, this girl, this boy is able to withstand whatever pressure that will come. All these things are possible when you plan. Okay, so in the next 45 minutes, I'll be showing you how to craft your parenting goals so that you'll be able to work with it and have your expected outcome. And not just that, you will also be able to enjoy your parenting with peace and calm. I can remember when I started parenting, oh my. Okay, yes, my first issue, it was free, because then after that, when the second child come, oh, I kept asking myself, is this what parenting is all about? But until I started planning, that I was able to put things in order, to put things in perspective, to begin to understand these children. So that you're here, you're going to be learning some of these things. So this goal setting method has helped me and several other parents like you plan your parenting journey and produce results daily. As I said, it has helped me connect with my children easily. We connect with ease and fun. We have created quality time with my children and I've helped them understand and I've also understood them. I understand their different, unique differences. Yes, I have a kinesthetic learner. These are the children that are everywhere. Then I also have their different temperaments. I have a melancholy boy. I have a choleric boy, and I have a sanguine daughter. So all these things, the goal setting have helped me understand these children, the way they behave. and what I can do to connect with them appropriately. Then it has also helped me learn to manage tantrums and many other benefits. So you're in the right place. So you may even be asking, who is this person? Who is this woman that is talking to me? Who is she? So meet Amarachi Eze. Amarachi Eze is the founder of Parenting Wisdom Academy, an online coaching outfit that helps parents and family put systems and structures in their homes so that they are able to produce a happy and their desired home. I am also a family life coach. I am a nurse midwife by profession. Yes, that's my profession. So I have stayed with children. I've given birth to them right from when they were from the womb. They come out. I help train them, whether they are healthy or unhealthy. I've witnessed all these things, and it has helped me understand children. I am also a children and teachers and teens teacher in my local church. Then I am a mother of 3 lovely kids. So these positions I occupied, they have given me experiences and have exposed me to parents. So working with parents and working with children, as I said earlier, I have helped mothers put to bed and I have helped nurse them. So this has helped me understand children a lot. So because of that, I would also love to help you. I would love to help you as a parent, as a prospective parent, to understand the developmental stages of these children. For instance, when children are 8 years, especially the males, there is a release of testosterone. So at that age, these children go haywire. It's just like a pregnant woman. When a woman is pregnant, you see the woman exhibits so many kinds of things that the family do not understand, the husband do not understand. So that is how it is for an 8-year-old child. So you see the child wants to disobey. There has been a release of testosterone. So that is why that child wants to disobey. That is why this child is discovering things. He wants to discover things on his own. But as parents, if we don't understand this, we keep saying, oh, this child is stubborn. No. So I am here to help you understand the developmental stages of your children and how best you can help them. So, as I said earlier, it was not always like this. I don't know if anybody can resonate with this picture. Maybe you come home, you have your little toddler to care for, then the other younger one is dragging you from the shed, the other one is pushing you, and yet you have some house chores to do in the house. Yes, that was how it was when I started out. And I know it was same for you. Was it same for you? Let me know. Who is here? Was it same for you? Can you resonate with that picture? If you can resonate, I want to see you type something. Yes, I can resonate with that. Okay, so I said until I began setting my parenting goals and following through these goals. I attended various webinars, I attended courses. Until then, I was able to understand these children. I was able to manage my emotions. And today, we're working towards a brighter future, loving ourselves all the way with all our various differences. So that's what I want to help you achieve today. Okay, so even when I started out working with setting my goals and working with them, it was not actually easy. I failed sometimes. I achieved little milestones, but along the way, I discovered some mistakes I made that I was not able to achieve most of the things I put out as my goals. So I think I put that in our support group, in the WhatsApp group. So if you have not joined us, I will drop the link by the end of this video for you to join the WhatsApp group so you can be able to watch that video on why our plans fail. So I'm going to be giving a summary of why goals fail. Parents, every beginning of the year, we set goals, what we want to achieve. But along the line, we get cold about it. So why do goals fail? One, I say it is externally driven because these goals are not coming from within. It's tend to fail. Maybe you wake up one morning and see, oh, Mama Nkechi's children are behaving well. Mama Nkechi's children are able to recite scriptures. And you just desire that. But you have not one day stayed with your children to say, oh, no, this child, because I'm a child of God, I really need to teach this child. So if your goals do not come from within a short period of time, it gets cold. You won't be able to achieve that. Then another thing why goals fails is there is no accountability system. When nobody is there to checkmate on you, nobody is there to push you. So that is what Parenting Wisdom Academy is here to do. We want to push you, we want to help you achieve success on your parenting journey. Then another thing why goals fail is lack of time management and goal clashing. Yes, so many of us have different goals. Maybe you want to work and get money. You also want to do exercise so that you keep fit. So you may wake up not on time, you wake up late, and yet you still want to do your exercise. So you see, because when goals clash, it's unbalanced, you're unable to manage this. So in Parenting Wisdom Academy, we will help you manage this. Okay, Victor Akiyemi said he can resonate with that picture. Yes. So most parents, I believe they resonate with that picture. Then also, there is no effective action plan. Most times we make our plans, but we do not detail it so much for us to be able to achieve it. So if you want to achieve your goals this year, one, it must be internally driven. It should be coming within you. You should have a strong why you want that goal or that parenting goal to be fulfilled in your child. For instance, you want your child to be a spiritual giant. That's if you're a Christian. You should have a reason why you want that. Oh, I am a Christian, and this child should represent me wherever he or she goes. So you map up your plans. Okay, I need to teach this child how to pray. I need to teach the child how to study the word. I need to teach the child how to get memory verses, to memorize scriptures. So having a strong why will help you accomplish your goal in 2024. Then you have a strong accountability system. I said Parenting Wisdom Academy is here to hold you by the hands. Then also time management. Yes, many of us do not know how to manage time. Even as adults, we don't know how to manage our time. I want you to know that time management is life management. If you're not able to manage your time, you won't be able to manage your life. And the only thing that will help you manage your time is planning. Once you're able to plan, you're able to manage your time. So that is what I want to show you today. Then you also have an effective action plan. After making your plans, you need to take action. So in having an effective action plan, you should be clear with what you want. Write it down. Once you're clear, write it down. Get a journal. Today, get a writing pad. When you conceive a vision, write it down. Then when you write it down, put strategies. How am I going to achieve this thing? What are the different measures that I will use to achieve this goal? Write out at least 20 goals. Then you can start with the first three. Most times our strategies, the first three strategies are the most important things that will help us. Then when you do that, you set deadline. When do I want to achieve this goal? You set it. Is it in 1 week time? Is it in 1 year's time? 10 years time? You do that. Then make sure you take action. So quickly, I want you to note these important things about planning. The Pareto's principle. This is an economist. Pareto is an economist. So his principle states that the 80-20 rule says that 80% of your result will come from 20% of your activities. So any result you're achieving today is going to come from 20% of the activities you put into use. So if you want 2024 to be a success for you, you need to set out activities you will do. And in this area, it's about your parenting. You need to set out at least 20% of the activities you're going to do. It will help you achieve your goal. Then another of his principles says that the 20/80 rule says that the first 20% of time you spend organizing your plan will be worth 80% of the time and effort required to achieve this goal. Yes, Brian Tracy made that second rule. He made it more understandable. And he said that each 1 minute spent on planning saves you 10 minutes of execution. So that you're here today, that little 1 minute you're going to spend to make sure you plan your life, to make sure you plan your parenting, is going to save you 10 minutes on execution. You can think of it, maybe you want to organize a birthday party and it's coming up next week and you begin to plan now. You see that by that next week, everything is able to come out perfectly fine. But if you don't plan, you wait till next week, and that particular day you start your plan, you see that you will be confused. But if you plan, you're able to save 10 minutes when executing your plan. So the only way for you to control what is going to happen between now and the next 10 years is for you to plan. So if you also want to plan your parenting, the only way for you to do that is to plan. Okay, Uchenna says, I didn't get that question correctly. Okay, the question was, do you resonate with that picture where your children, every of them are seeking for your attention and you have so many chores to do? That was the question. So for you to control your life, for you to control even how your children turn out well, is by planning. You know, some people used to say that we don't know the way a child will end, or any child that wants to be good has to be good, and any child that will spoil. It's not true. It's planning that is going to deliver us from that saying. If you plan the future of this child, you do your job by teaching them what they need to know. This child, even though maybe sometimes because of maybe the hormones that come up within them, they may do 1 or 2 mistakes, but they will still come back to those things you have envisaged and you have planned ahead of time concerning them. Okay, now we want to see the different areas we need to plan our parenting, the different blocks. I'd say it's a building blocks we need to use and plan for the life of our children. The first one is talking about spiritual goals. Yes, this is the most important. If you're a Christian, it's very important. You need to plan the spiritual goals of your children. Who do you want your child to become spiritually? A research was done and it was said that children under 2 years, only 1% of children get saved under 2 to 3 years. Only 1% gets saved. Then 84% of between 4 years and 14 years get saved. 84%. You see how important this tender age is for you to teach children spiritual things, for you to teach them the God you serve so that they will know. So this age is very important. Then about 10% only gets saved from 30 years and above. So think of yourself, when were you saved? I can remember severally I gave my life to Christ, but at age 12, I made this special commitment to God that God, I will serve you because he did something for me, and I told him I will serve you. And since then, I have followed through. So I believe this statistics so much, and I believe we can inculcate this in our children right from their tender age. What I do with my children is that, yes, I do a 9 to 5 job, but what I do is by when it's their bedtime, I utilize that moment very well. We use it to pray, we use it to recite memory verse, we use that period to study scriptures. We also use it to tell bedtime stories. So depending on which one comes up. So I utilize it to help them in their spiritual lives. So whatever you want to see your child achieve spiritually, it begins now. You need to make out time to teach it. Then another building block is intellectual goals. This is where so many parents specialize on. We want our children to come out the top. We do all kinds of things to make them. We send them to school. We bring lesson teachers to help them. But there is one trend that is happening that is not right for children, and I want to correct it. Is that we want to rush these children to go to school, finish on time. You see children 8 years, 9 years, they are entering boarding school or they are going to secondary school. We're not doing these children any good. Yes, even though they may thrive, they may succeed academically, but it's going to affect them. We've heard of children committing suicide. These children emotionally, they are not yet developed to handle whatsoever that comes out of it. You see, these children, we want our child 16 years and entering university. Most of us went to university. We know the things that happened there. And our child, 16 years, a child that is just supposed to be in secondary school, that is still maturing, will put the child in university so that we will answer, oh, my child did very well, graduated. Then after that, what next? I've seen the trend now is most children, when they finish school, they will return back to their home. But these are children that are supposed to, after school, they go out, look for something doing. But because we rush them through school, they do not develop mentally. Even though they pass academically, yes, it's possible. Most of them do that, they pass. But they are not able to solve life issues. That is why suicide is on the increase. That is why heartbreak is on the increase. That is why depression is on the increase. These children are not developed emotionally. So we send them there to be the best in the academics and yet fumble when it comes to life issues. Then another where we can look into is skill building. This is very important. From 2 years, a child's brain is open to learn. So that is why when the parent is washing, when mommy is washing, you see the child wants to join. But the thing is, because they are going to disturb us, because we feel they are going to take more of our time, they are going to splash water everywhere, we send them away. When they become teenagers, it's going to be difficult for them. So you need to learn, know which skill will I help my child achieve and at what age. So there is also what we call executive functioning skill. These are the skills that help the child to know how to plan, to know how to initiate task initiation, to know how to communicate with communication skills. So in skill building, you also need to map out at what age do I want this child to achieve this thing. For that executive functioning skills, cooking does a lot of things. It helps children to plan. It helps them to manage time management. It helps them to do all sorts of things. So you can start teaching your child to cook. Depending on they can cook little things from 6, 7, 8 years, and you'll be there to monitor them. So another skill we need to teach, another place we need to set goals on is on character building. We need to teach our children that there are characters that take us to the top and also sustains the child there. In my academy, what we do is that we form family values. We list the most important, the top 5 important characters, 5 goals, 5 values we want our children to imbibe. And we try to inculcate it in them, not just in them, because first of all, we ourselves as parents, we have to express, we have to show them this character, these values by the way we live. So it's another goal you need to put into consideration. Then another goal too is emotional goals. This is very important, and most of us we have problem with this because our parents or the parents that raised us, they do not put into consideration anything like emotional goals. So it's the system that raised us was faulty. It was wrong. So that is why you see aggression is everywhere. But we will need to learn to teach our children how to manage their emotions. That a child is throwing tantrum, yes, is a normal thing. But how are you going to teach this child? Okay, yes, it's okay for you to throw tantrum. But if you must throw tantrum, you don't need to destroy things. If you must throw tantrum, you don't need to hit somebody. So you can teach them to manage it. Okay, maybe now you need to calm down. And by calming down, you can count 1, 2, 3 to 10. You can breathe in and breathe out. You can hug yourselves. All these things help them know how to manage their emotions. And if they know how to manage their emotions, when they are able to know, okay, this is how I am feeling today. A child may wake up and is feeling sad. So if the child realizes, okay, I am feeling sad, okay, for me to get out of this emotion, what will I do? So at least the child have learned how to be aware of his emotions. So we're going to be learning how to plan these goals in the parenting academy. Then also, we also work on health and fitness. Most times you see parents as their children are growing up, you bombard them with so many food. Then when they become adults or teenagers, you want them to slim down. How? How will it happen? So we need to learn how to plan the health of our children right from when they are growing. We need to inculcate, build in the habit of exercise. It's very important. If you put it as a routine, your child, as he grows, he or she imbibes that, and it will help the child a lot. Then also, when it comes to body size, body shape, let your child know, especially teenagers, when they keep growing and somebody tells, you're too fat, let them know there are different body sizes, there are different body shapes, so that your child will not go and commit suicide or go into depression because somebody says, oh, you're too fat. So even if you must tell your child, if your child maybe somehow became too fat, teach the child, okay, you need to reduce, not because somebody said this, but because of your health. Because you need to keep fit to achieve your purpose. Because you need to keep fit to carry out your assignment. So we'll also be inculcating the health and fitness in our goal setting for this year. Then another one is social goals. Yes, this is very important. Social goals. Most of us, because things are going bad, what we do is that we lock up our children in our homes. I was a victim of this, and it affected me so much. You keep a child who you want to be a world leader indoors so that only you will parent that child. But after putting the child indoor, you still send this child to school, and the child is going to meet friends. The child is going to relate. So instead of keeping your world leader, your champion inside the home, please teach this child how to build friendships. So that when the child goes out there, he's able to understand, okay, this person can be called a friend. The child is able to see, okay, no, this person doesn't behave as somebody that comes from my home. So because of that, I don't need to relate with the child. So locking your child up in your room is not going to help that child. I believe you know that child is a world leader. So you don't need to lock up your child. Teach. Instead of locking up, teach your child how to interact with people. Then another goal is career goals. Yes, you need to let your child, you don't need to force your child onto a career. Some parents do this. Oh, I was unable to become a medical doctor. I was unable to be a nurse. So because of that, my child is going to be a medical doctor. Oh, my child is going to be this. but that your child loves to be a chef, that your child wants to cook, and you said, oh no, then this child will finally become a medical doctor and goes into depression. We have seen successful people, career-wise, commit suicide. We have seen them giving up on life. Why is this so? Because we force them on the career. So we need to allow these children to. The only thing is that you'll be there to direct them. You'll be there to guide them on the courses they will need to do, depending on how their academics is. So also, you also help them if you identify some areas your child is doing well, you encourage the child in that area. So we'll be building goals on that area. Then also finances. This is also very important. So many of us have, or so many parents have amassed wealth. After amassing the wealth, they leave it for their children. And within few months, the children squander the money. So you must add financial goals in your parenting this year. Previously, we used to hear that they will tell us, oh, the love of money is the beginning, or loving money is bad, or the love of money is the root of all evil. Yes, that is scripture. The love of money, when you love it, you can do anything for it. But that doesn't mean that having money is bad. So we need to, from childhood, begin to teach these children. We can begin by helping them when they finish eating food. The remains of the food, you don't throw it away. You teach them how to package it, preserve it. Yes, that is a financial management method. Then you teach these children how to save. You teach them how to make, how to manage, and how to multiply money. So you can also think on that and build it into your children. It's one of the goals we're going to be treating in the academy. Then love relationship. This is very important, especially when you have teenage children. You see what the world is turning into. But when you put this into your plan, you tell your children, when we do not relate or we do not have engage in love relationship for fun, or you want to have pleasure, you're seeing your mates are indulging in it. No. The reason for a child to have a love relationship would be purpose of marriage. So that means if the child have not reached the age of marriage, there is no need to have a love relationship. Yes, they can have both sexes of friends. Yes, that is friendship. But when it comes to intimacy, no, you do not allow that. And for you to do that is you need to tell the child on time. Put it in your plan. Teach your child why this should be so. Not you leave your child until when it is the child becomes a teenager and the child is having feelings. And the child goes and hook up with one man or one lady as a girlfriend or a boyfriend. But if you teach this child, okay, this is the age or this is the stage we will start thinking of that, then the other ones, it is not allowed. Why? Because it is not yet time for that child to engage in that. Then it will help your child make the right decision. Then another building block is life vision. This is very important. Life vision. Allow your child to think. Allow your child to envisage. I think I could remember, yes, when I was growing up, sometimes I close my eyes and I see myself as if I was speaking to people, but it was like there was a barricade where I speak to people. So allow your child to think, allow them, give them ample time, allow them to imagine, allow them to dream, and tell them anything it is that they see, they should put it down. Then take into consideration their talents, their vision, build it. So this will help the child discover purpose on time. So these are the 11 building blocks that you can use to build your parenting for this year. You need to set your goals for this year. So these are the questions you also need to answer in conceiving these goals, in conceiving these visions you want to build using the 11 building blocks. So the first thing to do is you ask yourself, who do I want my child to become in the next 18 years? Have a vision board for it. Who do I want my child to become spiritually? Who do I want my child to become academically, intellectually, socially? Who do I want my child to become? So in all these 11 building blocks, ask yourself, have a journal, have a writing pad. Who do I want my child to become? Write it down as it is coming. Then when you write it down, after writing it down, you're going to ask yourself again, what are the things I will need to do to make sure my children become this? Do I need to make out more time for them? Do I need to maybe engage them in one or two skill buildings? Do they need to go for trainings? Do you yourself as a parent need to go for trainings to learn how to manage your emotions, to learn how to communicate, to understand children? Do you need all this training? So when you're able to identify it, you put it down and begin to work on them. Then you also ask yourself, what obstacles do I foresee that will hinder my achieving these goals? Is my work hindering me from achieving or taking care of my children? Do I need to think of beginning to work at home? Do I need to make out time for these children? Do I need to say, as I said earlier, what I do in the evenings when I come back from work? I get tired, yes. And for me to control that tiredness, what I do is I take my bath. Once I take my bath, I feel more relaxed. Then the children come to me, we interact, we ask how the day went. Then when it is bedtime, I also utilize that privilege very well. So ask yourself, what are those things that are hindering you from making out time for these children? So you fix it. When you discover these obstacles, you fix them. Then monthly plan. You also need to, after you've set these goals, you have them written out, you've written out what it is you need to do to make sure there is no hindrance. Then you plan monthly. What at every month, make out time. Ask yourself every month, I'm going to be choosing one goal from each category. I'll choose one goal from spiritual goals. I'll choose one goal from intellectual, choose one goal from social goals. Then I will build a team using character. For instance, okay, let me give you an example. You have made a goal. Sorry, I'm using spiritual goals. I think that one is easier. So you've made a goal that I want my child to learn how to pray, to know how to pray. I want my child to know how to study scriptures. Then I have built that. Then, okay, in another goal, you have health and fitness. And you want your child to be doing exercise regularly so your child will keep fit. Or you want your child to know how to eat well. Then after that, you come to character. That I'm teaching you how to set monthly goals. When you pick out one of these top goals in the various categories, you list them out. Then make a team on character. And you may say, okay, I want in all these goals I have listed out, the 11 goals I've listed out for the month. I want this thing to revolve around the character of consistency. I want to teach my child how to be consistent in a thing. So you teach, okay, how to be consistent in praying, teach how to be consistent in carrying out my exercise activities, how to maintain a schedule for my eating. I don't just eat at any time I wake up. I'll put things in my mouth. So you teach your child consistency on character. I don't know if you get that. I don't know if we get that. So after that, you list all the things. That's after you've set this monthly goal. Ask yourself, what are the things I need to do to achieve these goals? For instance, I say, okay, exercise. I want my child to be doing exercise. What are at least 3-5 things or up to 20 things I will need to do for my child to achieve exercise? Do I need to join my child? Do I need to say, okay, maybe we can start small, every 5 minutes, every day. Let's make it regular because we're teaching on consistency. Every day, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, we'll do exercise together. That's how I'll achieve that. Then maybe when it comes to spiritual goal setting, you can say, okay, every day we're going to memorize a scripture, or every week we're going to memorize a scripture. Or intellectually, you want to teach your child how to understand mathematics. Say, okay, every day we're going to solve a mathematical puzzle that is difficult for the child to understand. You can get puzzles. They help. It's not only maybe the classwork. You can use puzzles to also achieve this thing. Then when you list all these things, you then craft daily affirmations. Affirmations are words, are positive words you will use to build your child. This is very important because most times we notice that children, we keep giving them, keep dishing out bad words. You're stupid. You can't do these little things. All these things affect them. But if we intentionally inculcate every day or every month, we craft out words of affirmation we'll be using for these children. Maybe you can say, I am kind is a word of affirmation. I am great is a word of affirmation. I finish anything I start is a word of affirmation that helps your child be strong with hard work. So that the child, when it also helps in focus. The child can start an activity and get tired. Yes, let the child rest and still come back because you have used those daily activities to craft their mindset. So this daily affirmation is very important. It helps build a child's self-esteem. So we must look into it. We in the parenting guide, in the creating an effective parenting guide, there are spaces for you to put down every month. Write down daily affirmations you'll be using on your child. Then after that, we'll also have a monthly review. That's when you have set this your plans, you have a monthly review on it. And in the monthly review, you're going to ask yourself, what did I achieve? Every month after setting your goals and you're able to carry those things out, ask yourself, what did I achieve? Did I achieve anything? No matter how little, write it down. Maybe your child was able to just carry out activity for a day, for 2 days, for a week. It's an achievement. So all these plans, it keeps building up. When you keep doing it, consistency is key in it. Don't say, oh, you did this month and you got tired. You won't do next month. You won't do until the next 4 months, you start again. No, the child will not learn. So no matter how little your achievement is, please put it down. Then ask yourself, what were the challenges I encountered along the way? If there are challenges you encountered, write them down. Then ask yourself, what should I do better? What should I do better? So that by next month, I will put in that strategy to make sure I succeed by next month. So, I don't know if this was clear. The monthly plan, I don't know if we understood it. If there is any question, let me know before I move into the next slide. Okay, I want to ask, with all the goal settings I've listed, with the 11 building blocks, the explanation of how you will set your goal, did you get value? Did you get value from this? I want to know, did you get value? Was there value? Okay, Uchenna says yes. So I want to tell you that there are 3 categories of people that will emerge here after this training. 3 categories of people. And the first people will be the people that will part ways. They will tell me, okay, bye. They're going to tell me bye. And I hope they use what it is the length to figure out the rest. This webinar was actually meant to help you make a plan. Make a monthly plan. Let me give you a slide. Let me give you a slide of this. Okay. So this is what this program was supposed to make you achieve. You were supposed to build your parenting goals. So this is a sketch. I don't know if it is clear. We talked about having your vision board. That's in all the 11 building blocks. You ask yourself, what 3 goals do I need to achieve? You put it down. Then after putting the 3 goals, then ask yourself, which of amongst these 3 goals, which of them should I help as in use for the monthly goal for the month of January or February? So you put down the spiritual goal, then put down the strategies. After that, put down the daily affirmations that will help you set the mentality of your child right. So after that, you carry out your monthly review. So our I have that's the creating. This is your creative effective plan. If you do not understand it, this book is going to help you. But the only people that will get it are those that sign in for the program. In case you do not understand this, which I have explained in the program, every day we're going to be crafting the plan. We will have a daily action for you to carry out with your child. This action is going to help you connect with your child. So that is what I want to introduce to you. So I said there are 3 categories of people that are going to emerge. The first people are people that are going to part ways and say, oh, at least I've learned something. With what I've learned, I can use it to figure out and make my plans. Then the second people are those that are interested, but they have one excuse or the other. But trust me, I made it easy for you to enroll in this course. So if you're truly interested, I'm sure you will sign in for the program. You sign up for the program. But there are these special people. If you want to have a quicker and an easier way or easier result, this option is for you. And the option is that you will let me guide you so that you will be able to achieve your parenting goal. You'll be able to build, first of all, build your parenting goals. Then I will also guide you in 1 month training section, a 1 month intensive training section for you to be able to see how it is you can do it. So I don't know if you would like that. Would you like that? Would you like me to guide you through the parenting training for you to be successful in your parenting? So I would like to play an active role in your parenting journey, if only you would allow me to do that. So I want to introduce my guide to you. This guide is a guide to help you create an effective parenting plan. It will help you. I think I showed you, I just gave a clue of what it looks like. So imagine that you're going to have a vision board well mapped out of who you want your child to become in the next 18 years. Imagine that. Your child is little, but you already have a plan of what the things you need to do to make sure that this child by 18 years turns out to be able to man his or herself as an adult without you having to worry of one thing or the other. Imagine that you will be working with me for the next 1 month where you will have a daily action. And this daily action is going to help you to connect with your child. This daily action is going to help you to bond with your child so that it will be easy for you to understand this child. Imagine that you also get to understand your child better and learn to manage tantrums. Tantrums is sure, it will surely come, especially when they're around 2 years, 3 years, it will come. But if you begin at that tender age to teach your child what the child needs to do when he or she is throwing tantrum, by the time the child gets to adult age, not really adult, maybe from 8 years, the child really knows what to do. My son one day, the younger one woke up from sleep and was kind of throwing tantrum. So I asked him, okay, you're frustrated that you woke up by this time. I kept asking him to know what the problem is. Do you want to eat? Do you feel sad? And at a time, I tried to console him, hold him. He was still behaving that, you know how when they throw tantrum. Then, before you know it, somehow my voice started rising. Yes, because the system that puts us through didn't help us in that area. My voice started rising. And my son, my 8 year son, said, Mom, you don't need to shout. Your child is having a hard time. So when he said that, I nodded my head. Oh, it's true. I don't need to shout. He's having a hard time. So he needs help. So that was because I started teaching my son earlier how to manage his emotions. So when these tantrums come up, when he himself is having the tantrum, he knows, oh, I need to calm down. I need to breathe in. I need to breathe out. I need to do this. So imagine that you're able to understand that and help your child learn to manage his tantrum. So you are also going to get a free parenting guide to help you journal. You also have to read and review a parenting book together. That's in this 1 month training. You want to have a 1 month extensive training to make sure you have your goals at hand, to make sure I will guide you all through the way. Then every daily activity we're doing, I'm going to tell you why you're doing this, the effect it's going to have on your child. Then we'll also review a book. That book is Parenting is Not for Cowards by Dr. James Thompson. Very interesting book. Dr. James is the one that wrote about bringing up girls and bringing up boys. If you have been in my group, we reviewed those two books and we saw the impact. So in this parenting goal setting, we'll be reading that parenting is not for cowards. So if you must be a parent, you know you have decided to do the work in parenting. Then by the end of that 1 month, we'll also review our plans together to see what we have achieved together. Then after that, finally, we'll be having a free 9 days tech detox challenge. Why did this? This may not come, that's next month. This may not come next month or the month we're doing the planning. This will come maybe a month after that. Because we understand that after planning, there are some things that may limit us, that may limit our children. And one of those things is media, television. It can limit us as parents if we don't know how to control it. It can limit our children because most times they want to be glued on television. So that is also a bonus package we'll be getting for joining this program. A 9 days tech detox challenge to help your child, to help yourself reduce media in your home. So all these offers I'm going to give you goes for 10,000 naira. All these offers I'm giving you, it goes for 10,000 naira. I believe it's fair. Okay, but because you have invested time with me and you have proven that you really want to get results, I am making a special offer just for this webinar. And the special offer is for 5,000 naira. I believe this is also fair. I believe, Victor, is it fair? Is it fair enough? But that is not just that. Then, as a reward for you attending this webinar and staying this far, I think Victor is here, staying this far, I want to leave it just for today. I want to leave it just for today, 3,000 naira. So this 3,000 naira offer, I believe anybody who really want to participate, anybody who really want to plan the 18 years of his child, or even this planning will also help you as a parent. If you really want to plan it, you want me to hold your hands, you want me to guide you in just 1 month to plan, I'm just leaving it for 3,000 naira. And after 12 midnight today, it's going to revert back to 5,000 naira. So I believe I am fair enough. I believe it's fair enough. So if you're willing to do that, you need to pay 3,000 naira to the account that is showing. Pay 3,000 naira to the account that is showing. Yes, send your proof of payment to that number. Okay, I don't know if there is any question. Do you have question? We've actually come to the end. Do you have question? Any question for me? Is there something you want to clarify, something you don't understand? Any question? I can't see any question. Okay, Victor, thank you. Thank you. I believe you got value. Let me know, did you actually get value? Okay, thank you, everyone. I am so glad, I am happy you were here. Uchenna, thank you for coming. Victor Akinyemi, thank you for coming. And every one of you that I saw that came around, I am grateful. I do not take your time for granted. God bless you. And I believe and I hope you use what was taught, especially the 11 building blocks, to build your parenting for the year. And most importantly, too, I want to see you in that training. I believe you will benefit so much. You'll be able to connect with your children. So we have come to the end of this show. Okay, thank you, Victor. Thank you so much. I'm glad you got value from that. So see you in our support group. If you have not joined the support group, think the link, I'll be sending the link. I'll be sending the link in our WhatsApp group. If I'm not able to do it here, I'll be sending it in our WhatsApp group. Okay, let me see. If I can get it here. Okay, I'll send the link in our sorry, not WhatsApp, Facebook. It will be sent in our Facebook group. I may not be able to do that now. So thank you so much. I appreciate your presence. See you in the yard.